Hi there, okay, doing good. So here I am with another Google Sheet workflow automation. In this setup, let me share some details so that once we are watching this video later sometime, we'll be understanding the setup. So this is the chart on the data entry tab where we input the data and the data fields are being mentioned: date, client name, product, book conversation, and others. At on the right on the right at the top of each column, we are having a total, which is the sum of or the, for some of the overall, so that you can see an overall overview of the data you have gathered. So it's at a glance you will have a better idea what is going on. Once the data is input, we will be going to the dashboard tab, and on the dashboard tab we have multiple type of setups like yearly data on the top in the green cell. Uh, month to date, sorry, running month data and the product based data. So for the first one, you can navigate all of these right from here. If you want to go to the product base, you just need to click on it and click on this, and it will take you to the product based data. And if you want to jump in back, you can always use this so that you don't need to scroll left, right. I haven't put the product data right at the bottom of the table because the table is going to go long. If the data is going longer, we might need some rows at the bottom. So I don't want to push that data down, and I don't want to hide the data table as well. So this is how we are going to operate. So at the top, at the bottom, at the top again, you can see some punchlines or the highlights, or you can call it KPIs. The data is also being pulled in here so that you can see according to with relevant to the charts. Here you can see the scorecards of the same data, like 20 clients, 25 leaving, or whatever, because this is just the random data. 73 call booked, 49 conversations, 4.91 is the churn rate, and the total churn revenue is this. We are calculating this churn revenue based on the total revenue multiplied by the 4.9% of the total revenue generated. Here, on this month, we are showing the January data because we have only January data. Maybe I can try to pull some, push some. Maybe I can use the same data, but with a different month. So I might select it to be February 1st and then pull down so that we can have some February data. Now, if I'll go back to the dashboard, all right, there is something wrong. Okay, I just pasted the data where I don't need to, and I disturbed the formulas. So I think okay, I will log these down because these few of these columns are formulas and we don't want them to get disturbed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight those as gray, and I'm going to freeze the pan so that you can always see some data. View, freeze for rows, and I'm going to freeze it from here. Freeze a one column. Okay, it's a merge cell, so we can't merge. Okay, so now you can see the headers all the time, and I'm going to protect the ranges. Sheet accept some cells, which are these cells. I want the user to edit all of these cells. And I want to set a permission to just a warning. All right, so now user can edit these cells and not these. These we can always hide or maybe minimize. All right. Let me give them a grid as well. A lighter color, a thin line, and a box. Okay, all done. So now this is the setup where you can enter the data in these cells only. You don't need to enter the data in here because these are formulas. Okay, so now we have January and February both data. If I'll go back to the dashboard, here we can see another table showing revenue of 5, which is a quite a bit low number. Let me cross check that. All right, so these seem to have the same data because we have the same data. So let me make some changes in the data so that we can have some. different numbers for the February month. So now you can see we have some different numbers, almost the same. Let me give it a higher number in here, maybe this one. Okay, so now on the dashboard we might see some difference in the month's revenue. So this is basically the month by month revenue, average monthly income versus month name. So this is monthly income revenues, and on this chart we are showing mostly the client based things. Clients bars are these are based on dates. So on each date, what how the things are behaving. We can split this chart into client separately, maybe call booked, but I kept those together so that we can have a better idea. So the client is blue, red is booked lines, red is booked call booked conversations. So here on this date particularly, you can see the number of calls booked were low, whereas the number of clients were low, whereas the calls were high. And on this this particular date, you can see the number of clients were the highest on the date of second January and second February, because I just copy pasted the same data, so it's reflecting the same. So this is how you can behave. You can interpret like blue colors only you can see, and then you can see the red colors. Okay, the red colors are mostly within the range of 10. So we are booking not more than 10 calls, but sometimes we are going as low as 2 calls. I can add the data labels as well, or you can have a comparison mode as well. Then the orange line is showing the clients leaving. So here you can see an overall view that for these particular dates, no client left. But on this one, sorry, the lowest number of the client leaving is on these dates, these 2 dates. Whereas the highest are on these 4 dates. Again, this data is being copy pasted from January to February, so you are having the same signatures. So this is the two charts view. Again, this is the scorecard for the monthly data, running data. And here again, we have the multiple months. Once we have more data to it, we can, let me pull this down. Sorry. Okay, so this will update automatically. If there will be any data, it will get fetched in here because this is the month data. So this will always be showing only 1 month. So if I'll select the two, maybe, yeah, I can see the different in numbers. Then it comes to the product-based data. The product-based data is again is a cumulative total of the product-based things. So that we will be having a unique list of the products and then total clients, total booked calls for that particular product. So this all this data is based on product. And here what we are trying to show here is that the number of total clients against the booked and the future leads. And here you can see the future leads, the minimum future leads are available for the product number 3 and product number 4, whereas the highest are available 34 for the one-to-one coaching. Similarly, we can see this one. This is the cumulative income and the cumulative churn rate. So churn rates, the churn rate is reduced or minimized or the lowest when the income is highest. Similarly, obviously the churn rate means the leaving clients will be higher when we have the lowest income. Obviously, these are synced to each other. Then this chart is showing the cumulative income, calls booked, and the total clients. So the total clients are higher on this point, whereas the income is a bit lower on the lower side, and the call booked are also not on the lower side. Whereas on this particular one-to-one coaching, the clients are the revenue is the highest. Calls booked are moderate to high, or you can say, whereas the total number of clients are very low. So the lowest client has the highest revenue for this one-to-one coaching thing. Similarly, for this one, we can interpret it like this. So we have same number like the average number of calls booked on this particular product, the same number of clients overall, similarly 20, 30. Yeah, you can call it maybe the lowest number of clients, and the total income is also the lowest. So for the highest number of clients, we still haven't got the highest income. So these are the random numbers. Once you will plugged in the real time data, you will get a better idea, and we can analyze better. So I just wanted to give you an overview with the random data. So once you want to put a fresh data, you just need to double click. Sorry, you just need to select all of these and delete the data. To enter a date, you can simply double click on it, and the calendar will pop up so that you can easily select the date. I'll be again putting the data randomly so that you can have a better idea. So what we are entering is the date, the number of clients, the product name, which we can always have a drop down. You can let me know a list of all the products available, or I can give you a sheet somewhere where you can pull the data, pull these, just put in the products in there, and those will get fetched in here, and you can select the products using a drop down in this column. Then the call book, a number, conversations are a number, future leads are a number, punchline, the monthly revenue to be punched in manually, then the clients leaving to be punched in here, and the rest of these percentages will get calculated automatically. So that is it. I guess you have the idea, and that is it from my side. Please let me know if you have a list of the products so that I can give you a drop down list for selection, for easy selection. This is important because if you are making a typo in between, like one-to-one coaching, if you are sometime giving a space and sometime it's not, so those will be considered as separate products. So it's better if we can have the product names or the product you are selling in a list so that we can have a drop down, and no ambiguity or duplication will be there. That is it from my side. Looking forward for your review. Have a nice day ahead. Take care. Bye.